Just go there and check, huh? Started. So, good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming Compliance Monk YouTube channel. क्विकनेक्सी के द्वारा प्रस्तुत ये पूरा कार्यक्रम है जिसमें हमें सहयोग कर रहे हैं लेबल और रिपोर्टर की टीम, इंडी थिंक की टीम, सारस्वत की टीम, युवा शक्ति फाउंडेशन की टीम। ये सभी लोग मिलके जो हमने एक आई एम रेडी सीरीज स्टार्ट किया है उसके लिए ही ये सारे चीज हम शुरू किए। तो आज का जो इवेंट है, ये जो आज हम लाइव आए हैं, इसके पीछे जो पर्पस है कि आपके पास जो मन में सवाल है वो आप पूछो। और हमारे साथ है ऑनरेबल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया के वन ऑफ द प्रोमिनेंट एडवोकेट एस.के. गुप्ता साहब। सर, स्वागत है आपका एक बार फिर से, और इस बार हम लाइव बात करेंगे सबसे।
ऑफ कोर्स।
और लोग हमसे सवाल पूछ रहे हैं, लोगों के सवाल यहाँ पर हमें दिख भी रहा है और एक एक करके हर सवाल को पूछेंगे।
यस, गो अहेड सर। और
इससे पहले हम सवाल की तरफ आगे बढ़े, एट प्रेजेंट हमने कई सारे इवेंट्स किए हैं। कल मुंबई में हमारा कोड ऑन सोशल सिक्योरिटी के ऊपर भी इवेंट है। हाउसफुल इवेंट वो भी होने वाला है।
हाउसफुल है।
सो इस इंटायर इवेंट जो अब तक हमने किया, मुंबई, दिल्ली, पुणे एंड अदर सिटीज में, अब तक कई सारे आपको सवाल ऑलरेडी मिले होंगे। सबसे अच्छा सवाल जो आपने हर बार सुना है, देखा है, वो कौन सा है?
बेसिकली मोस्ट ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन दे आर आस्किंग कि फ्रॉम विच डेट वी हैव टू implement ESI and PF provision.
Yes.
That is the most important question. And second question, which most of the participants they are asking, that whether we have to deduct the provident fund or ESI contribution with the old provision of law or the new provision of
law.
Code. Okay. So actually, basically, I want to give a very clear answer on this. As you are all aware that by notification of 21st November 2025, this all four code has been notified by the government with effect from 21st November 25 across the country. Okay. Thereafter, there was a confusion among all legal experts and the industry owner that rule has not been notified by the central government. So we are unable to make a compliance with respect of the provident fund with the new definition of wages, which has been defined under section 288 of the Social Security Code. Okay. Now, ESI Act has already been repealed on 21st November by that notification. But PF was not repealed. Later on 19th December, it was also repealed. So now I say Provident Fund Act 1952 and ESI State Insurance Act 1948, both act has been repealed. Okay. Yes. Now, all establishment have to make a compliance with the definition of new. Okay.
Right.
Now, if there is a that rule has not been notified, that's why we are unable to make a compliance of the code PF or ESI with the definition of the new. Okay. So now the rule has already been notified.
Yes.
Now rule is number. Yes. Okay. Now second, actually, like people they are saying state government has not notified the rules.
Okay. Kind of excuse.
Okay. But ESI and Provident Fund has no connection with the state government.
Correct. Completely agree.
It has to be, okay.
Yes.
Make a compliance or control and supervised by the central government.
Correct.
Okay. So I advise, if establishment has not make a compliance with the new definition of wages from 21st November, they have to make a compliance for this month as early as possible. This is my legal opinion. And second, actually, I'm also getting a question that the ESI corporation has not come out any notification. There is no provision for notification because central government has already notified and the rule has been framed. So all establishment has to make a compliance under PF in ESI from 1st May positively. Otherwise, they may face
the consequences.
Consequence for like assessment under section 125 of the Social Security Act and even a criminal offense also.
So for all the audience who are available, हमारे compliance monk के जो भी audience है जो Click Nexi के इस channel को देख रहे हैं, this has been advised by Advocate S.K. Gupta ji right now live to all of you कि please start PF and ESIC compliance ASAP as soon as possible. If you have failed to start from 21st November 2025, do not fail for further time. Immediately इस महीने से ही आप start कीजिए इस compliance को. If you fail, then definitely there will be future consequences that you have to face. And ये हमारे कुछ ऑडियंस के यहाँ पर सवाल आ रहे गुप्ता जी.
राइट सर.
तो एक एक करके हम वो सवाल को देखते हैं कि उनके क्या क्या क्वेश्चंस है. प्राची मावी 532 इन्होंने कैलकुलेशन इन पीएफ वेज रेट as per her knowledge basic plus DA retaining allowances are included. Can we take other allowances also? तो यहाँ पर उनका कैलकुलेशन
I will come
component को लेकर सवाल है.
Yes. देखिए, if you are going to read section 2 within bracket 88 of the Social Security, which has been defined the definition of wages.
जी हाँ.
They have clearly narrated that if you are going to read the definition of wages in all four acts,
जी हाँ.
First you start reading definition. All remuneration. Okay.
Right.
Either salary, allowance, or otherwise.
Yes.
Okay. So what will happen actually? Whatever a company is giving a monthly wages to their employee, that all will be treated as a remuneration.
Remuneration.
Yes. But there is a exception that only include out of the total remuneration, basic, DA and retaining allowance will be the first part.
First part of the wages.
For which actually employer is liable to deduct the provident fund, employer is liable to deduct the ESI or calculate the gratuity or the bonus. Okay. But the second part, it does not include allowances. Which allowances? Which is mentioned in the provided that A to I. Whatever mentioned into A to I, that should not be 50% of the total wages. Okay. Now, what is the A to I? First, the statutory bonus.
Yes.
If you are giving a monthly bonus, then it will come.
So monthly bonus we should avoid giving. We have to give statutory bonus as per the provision.
As per the provision at the end of the financial year. Because financial year now with the latest rule for assessment year, that is start along with the financial year from the 1st April to 31st March. So this is a bonus year.
Okay.
And bonus will be paid within a 8 months. So it will be paid on November positively. I say if you are paying a bonus yearly, then it will not come under the wages. It is a deferred wages because it is being paid after completion of certain condition.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Acha. Second hai HRA. That will come under the exclusion clause, allowances. Third hai commission.
Any commission.
Conveyance allowance. Okay. And one of the important, which I will let you know, defray expenses.
Defray special expenses.
Retrenchment compensation, it is excluded. Okay. And another actually gratuity is also excluded.
Yes.
So I advise all of you that whatever the allowances mentioned from A to I, it should not be more than 50%. Okay.
That is one rider.
One rider. Up now, if you are paying a special allowance, artificial allowance,
Yes.
or difficult allowance, which is not mentioned A to I, that will be treated as a basic base for which you are liable to deduct Provident Fund and ESI also.
It means any earning component which is not getting placed between A to
A to I.
Then it has a capacity to become the part of including.
Yes.
So let's say one of the viewer had also asked about special allowance. So do we need to deduct PF and ESIC on the earning component?
Yes, I am coming. You have to clarify why you are paying a special allowance.
Okay.
Why you are paying a special allowance to the employee.
Purpose need to be identified.
Purpose. Suppose, for example, you are having a uniform in our company.
Yes.
For maintaining, you are paying a special allowance. Then that special allowance will go into defray, but you have to make the policy.
We have to make the policy.
Okay. Our special allowance is being paid to the employee because he is doing some field job.
Correct.
So it is not paid to all employee. Okay. So I say like that is for the namesake or just to balancing figure.
Yes.
If you have put as a special allowance, then it will be treated as a basic base.
Means balancing
first part.
Balancing figure.
Balancing.
Any balancing figure by nature.
For which you are not able to explain to the authority.
Okay.
Okay.
In a different way, if I have to put it around any component which is not getting placed between A to I.
A to I. It will be treated as a wages of the first part.
Means it will become a remuneration which will get the part of including provision.
Statutory wages. Okay. For which actually PF, ESI, bonus and Provident Fund will be calculated.
It means those three earning component which are mentioned and including part, that is basic, DA, retaining allowance.
Retaining allowance normally actually it is not practically applicable across all industry. It is only seasonal.
Right.
Actually, retaining allowance, there is a confusion, Mr. Rahul. Most of the participants, if I want to retain person for 2 years, then we can give a retaining allowance.
Yes.
Or 3 years, then it is not like that object of retaining allowance. Okay. Retaining allowance is related to the seasonal industry. Okay. When a person works during the season, then he is getting a wages.
Okay.
When the employee is not called on duty, but remaining in the house during the off season, then the company is paying a retaining allowance
to retain them, so
to retain
in future when I need, he can come back and join.
They are permanent, but during the off season, they are paid. Most of the company they are giving a 50%.
Okay.
So 50% it is called retaining allowance. When it is 50% is paid to the employee, it will come under the first part.
Okay.
For which PF, gratuity, and everything will be calculated.
So, sir, now we will move to another question that someone had asked. Now, Sanjeev Sa 9745, he asked us that we did not give appointment letter and any employee previously. Now we give appointment letter as per new code.
Yes.
Then all employee date of joining previously on record, but issue date is present.
Yes, I will.
Okay. I hope previously.
देखिए actually basically क्या है कि earlier normally appointment letter is not given to casual employee, indirect employee through contractor. For permanent employee, all company they were issuing an appointment letter.
Yes.
Now this under the OHS code, this responsibility is fixed under the what is the duty of the employer. one of the duty of the employer say that you have to issue appointment letter each and every employee.
Yes.
Now the question of the
Sanjeev,
viewer
हाँ.
is like that. If I have not issued, okay, now you have to issue to him mentioning that actually you're
on
appointed on such and such date, and now as per the new definition of the
code
or the requirement of OHS code, we are issuing an appointment letter, and these are the terms and conditions of appointment letter, and issue him, no problem.
So that's a completely complied.
Yes,
that's good. So our viewer, Mr. Sanjeev, you are going to be complied if you follow this. Right now, somebody have asked how to regularly contract personal. Well, question थोड़ा टफ है. मैं चाहूंगा चौधरी सचिन साहब
प्रोसेस,
हाँ करेक्टली उसको लिखे, एंड करेक्ट प्रोसेस और एनीथिंग. अच्छा, संजीव जी का अगला भी सवाल है मेरे ख्याल से. नाउ मैटरनिटी बेनिफिट कैलकुलेशन एज पर, अच्छा एज पर लेटेस्ट.
यस,
सिंस संजीव जी हमारे पेड मेंबर है तो उनका फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी मिलना चाहिए.
यस 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 यस.
सो ओके, डेफिनेटली संजीव, वी आर गोइंग टू रिस्पॉन्ड.
मैटरनिटी बेनिफिट एक्चुअली एज पर द न्यू provision of law which is mentioned in the code on social security.
जी हाँ.
26 days, 26 week will be given maternity benefit to the female employee. Okay, but his question है कि whether we should pay wages or total
gross. हाँ,
gross.
ये आज ही मुझसे
yes, very correct.
एक और ऑडियंस है,
as per the provision of social security, you have to pay the wages only.
Okay, not on gross.
Not on gross. But there is a direct Supreme Court judgment for the previous Maternity Benefit Act. Okay.
Okay.
Which clearly says, Supreme Court, before proceedings on maternity leave, whatever the female was getting, the total amount she will entitled to get the full salary.
It means already Supreme Court had given the judgment that कि उनको gross पे मिलेगा.
Gross.
But due to new code definition,
only the wages should be paid.
Only as per the wages, not on the gross.
Not on the gross.
यानी पुराने judgment का अब ये जो gravity है, that's going to be minimized.
It will not affect because actually new act notified, legislated by the parliament. So now actually employer has to give a maternity benefit only the first part of wages.
Of the wage code.
Okay, that is 26 week.
Okay, remuneration benefit as per the wage definition. Only.
Yes.
ये with effect from 21st November ही करना है हमको या
21st November? 100%. Because rule has no
role to play.
It is only
right
procedural.
It's a procedure, right?
ठीक है ना?
But law
is only
prescribed.
procedural. ठीक है ना?
हम कुछ और सवाल देखते हैं अपने ऑडियंस की तरफ से. But sir, there is no maximum limit in code for ESIC. I think सौरभ कुमार का सवाल है ESIC में मैक्सिमम लिमिट के बारे में.
है
एकदम है.
देखिए अभी राइट नाउ एक्चुअली there is a limit of 21,000. If any employee is getting a 21,000 of the first part of wages,
correct,
then he is entitled
for
to
the
get
ESIC
membership under the
ESIC Social Security Code.
Okay. If his salary is going to increase during the contribution period, then the employer is liable to deduct and pay the ESI contribution for the first contribution period. And as soon as the second is going to start, it can be discontinued.
Okay.
But the eligibility for getting a deduction of the ESI is still 21,000 per month.
Per month, right.
And for the provident fund, it is a 15,000.
अच्छा, यहाँ संजीव जी का भी एक और सवाल है which I will read for you sir, live chat में. Just hold on. एडवोकेट विनोद गुप्ता जी का सवाल है कि उनका क्लाइंट है जो हमेशा उनसे पूछता है टू पे मंथली बोनस and leave along with the regular salary, then what should we be done for statutory provision under a labor code? अब जिसका कॉन्ट्रैक्टर पे तो ये होता ही है.
देखिए, under the code on wages,
जी हाँ.
which the bonus provision is also there.
Yes.
Employer is empowered to give the interim bonus.
Yes.
Not the monthly bonus. And interim bonus can only be given on some occasion.
Like Diwali
है, दशहरा है, ओणम है,
ईद है, जो भी जैसा.
And that interim bonus you can adjust when you are going to do final payment.
Okay.
Yes. But if you are giving a monthly bonus to your employee, then it will come under the excluded wages.
Okay.
Means second part of the wages.
Second part of the.
Okay. And if you are giving a bonus at the end of the year, then it will not be treated as a wages
as per the
purpose
of this code.
This code. Okay. So monthly actually you can give, there is no problem.
Exclude
but there is a violation also.
हाँ.
Because Act does not say that employer is liable to pay the monthly bonus.
Correct.
And normally, practically, I can say monthly bonus across the country, it is a practice. They are giving a 8.33.
जी हाँ,
that is the minimum.
वो करके अपनी liability से बाहर.
But the bonus is going to be calculated at the end of financial year based on the profit of the company. Okay. Not actually.
Not. It can't be the part of salary. Monthly दिया मतलब वो salary बन जाता है.
Yes.
आपको अगर bonus देना है तो आप साल में एक बार या interim nature पे pay करें. तो advocate विनोद गुप्ता साहब,
अगर monthly देते हैं तो it is a wages.
It's a wages. वो अपनी capacity जो है gravity lose कर देता है being a part of bonus. Okay. अच्छा, यहाँ एक और सवाल है. Again, this is from advocate Darjan Singh. Okay. Sir, in ESIC, if gross is 21,000 and employee work extra, then we must give pay on ESIC 21,000 or on actual gross.
This actually it was a previous position of law.
जी हाँ.
What's the previous position of law? If the eligibility is 21,000,
जी हाँ.
Okay, then employer is liable to deduct the ESI
जी हाँ.
on 21,000.
जी हाँ.
But there was also provision and practice when actually some overtime is being done by that employee or some incentive is being earned by that employee.
जी हाँ.
Then that amount is also added.
जी हाँ.
Over and above 21,000, and ESI is also deducted.
Yes.
But this provision has been now finished.
So यानी अब
as per the new provision of law, overtime incentive is coming under the exclusion clause, for which ESI cannot be deducted.
जो excluding part है
Only
उसको नहीं कटेगा.
It will only be deducted when actually it is going to be more than 50%. Then the rest amount will go to the first part, added back to the wages. Then you are liable to deduct the ESI. Okay, for first contribution period. Okay. Second, actually, if salary goes more than 21,000, then it will not be deducted.
Okay.
ठीक है.
अच्छा, अब हम अगले सवाल की तरफ बढ़ते हैं. ये पूछा है अनुप कुमार सिंह ने. Please provide meaning of section 14 of the code of wage for the OTA to the employee, means manager, a managee. Okay. So
he is correct. Actually, what is going on? The word came under the code on wages employee. Okay. Also get a double OT.
Yes.
But I would like to submit, clarify to all person or the legal experts that OT terms and condition is being regulated by the OHS code, not the code on wages.
Okay.
Not on the code on wages, and under the OHS code, only the worker are entitled to get the overtime.
Okay.
Not the employee.
Right. So chaliye.
Only the worker is entitled to get the double overtime. If they are working more than 48 hours
in a week,
per week, more than, then actually he's entitled to get the double overtime.
Okay.
Okay. So employee is not entitled. Employee means actually supervisor and above. They are not entitled to get the overtime.
तो सुपरवाइजर की बात कर रहे हैं तो वो 18,000 का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है, is money salary is the only rider?
I'm coming on that point. Because new definition of worker says if any supervisor or manager, if any supervisor or manager getting a salary 18,000 or less than 18,000.
Okay.
By virtue of the definition of worker, he will come under the definition of worker. Okay.
Okay.
If he is getting a salary more than 18,000,
then
the nature of duty will be examined by the court, whether that person really come within the definition of workman.
Okay.
Worker, not worker, workman, worker.
Okay.
Okay. So now actually it is a clear law decided by the Supreme Court. First, I say designation is not a criteria to examine whether that person is coming within the definition of worker or not.
Okay.
Not nomenclature, not salary rider, sir.
ये दोनों
three will not come. Only the nature of duty will come.
Nature of duty.
Okay. And during the course of judicial proceedings, only certain 3 or 4 questions is being asked by the opposite counsel. What is your designation?
Okay.
You say that my designation is supervisor.
So
definitely by virtue of the designation of supervisor, that person doesn't fall within the definition of worker.
Right.
Okay. Okay. ठीक है. Okay. Second, actually, who is working under you? Nobody is working under me.
Working.
Okay. Acha. Have you issued charge sheet to any person? When nobody is working under me, how I can issue a charge sheet?
Correct.
Management has given any authority to you to sanction the leave, to issue a charge sheet, to even write or some signature on the check.
And all.
Okay,
right.
Like that. Then actually, mere designation of supervisor or assistant manager, you are a workman.
A workman. Right.
Okay. You are a workman.
अब हम अगले सवाल की तरफ बढ़ रहे, लोग सवाल बढ़ते जा रहे हैं. आशीष कुमार प्रजापति, नहीं, मिस्टर आशीष कुमार. Rule number 185 of the OSH code says for 2% increment every year for contractor staff. What does it mean? ये rule number 185 under OHS code. It says कि 2% payment increment every year for contractor staff. What does it mean? Let's refer to the rule.
Let me read the rule.
एक सेकंड. एक बार रूल रेफर करते हैं इस चीज.
Yes.
It's the IR rule. एक second. Then we go towards this reverse. Yes. ठीक है, मैं तब तक इसको निकालता हूं सर. Let's move towards the another question.
Another question.
Nitin Kumar from Ashram. Okay. Sir, as well, all are talking about restructuring of wages, while Section 124 of Social Security Code restrict employer not to reduce wages. So, the question is that how long this legally capable to stand on code?
Correct. Actually, basically, I say like that, while restructuring the wages as per the new provision of law, I made a 8-10 principle.
Yes.
I would like to clarify.
Right.
Okay. First principle ये है कि that actually when you are going to restructuring the wages of the employee, at least first part of the wages should not be less than the minimum wages which has been decided by the central government or the state government.
Okay.
Okay. That will be a basic.
Okay.
Because actually DA, basic and DA compulsory will come on the first part.
Okay.
And second, actually my principle is this, that whosoever your employee in the company, okay, you have to bifurcate total manpower, okay, because our ESI limit is 21,000.
जी हाँ.
Okay, so it means actually the employee who are getting a gross salary 42,000,
they will get attracted.
They will get all ESI benefit.
Right.
Because if 42 means the 21,000 will go in the first part and 21,000 will be go allowances.
Right.
Okay. Acha. Third, my principle, that our definition of wages also say that 15% of the total wages you can give in kind.
In kind.
Okay. That will not come within the definition of wages for any purpose.
15% which is paid in kind.
In kind means kind का मतलब है आप students voucher, traveling voucher, or anything you can give. Okay. But not in the form of the money.
In kind of.
ठीक है.
तो उसका 15% जो आएगा उसको wage बोलेंगे कि wage नहीं बोलेंगे?
Yes. अच्छा. My fourth principle ये है कि that while doing a restructuring, you have to give the allowances which has been mentioned in the definition of wages, that is A to I.
Right.
तो first actually है जैसे like conveyance allowance.
जी हाँ.
HRA. Normally 2 allowances given across the country by all employer.
On an average.
Okay. But I suggest while giving a HRA, you have to make a written policy.
HRA की written policy.
Yes. Conveyance की you have to make a written policy in your company.
Okay.
But importantly, I can tell you one principle. When you are making a HR a policy in your company, you say that the company is liable to pay the HRA up to 50% or up to 40% of the basic wage.
Right.
Okay. So what will happen? Okay, while doing a restructuring, you can give it 20% HRA, 30% or 40%, depending upon the structure of the salary.
Right.
But don't make the policy that employee is entitled to get a 40% of the basic. Then you have to give a 40% to everyone.
Right.
When you are writing up to
word use करना चाहिए.
Up to का मतलब है you can give it 20%, you can give it 30%, you can give it 40% according to the CTC.
Okay.
According to the CTC of the
Cost
employee. Right. Like that, you can use that up to in the conveyance allowance also.
Okay.
Okay. And you can adjust. Up third, actually, very important, which Parliament has passed, defray expenses.
Defray specific.
So defray expenses क्या है कि if you have provide uniform in your company, you can give a washing allowance.
Washing allowance.
Made the policy.
Right.
But in the washing allowance, you cannot write up to. Because it is an expenditure for maintaining the uniform.
Right.
Okay. It may be a uniform for the supervisor separately and the worker separately. Or manager separately. For that, you can make a policy. The manager will get 1,000, 2,000. Worker category will get 500 or 1,000, whatever it is, you can mention. Second, actually, defray, because work from home. But work from home only available for the clerical staff and the executive staff, not the workers.
Okay.
ठीक है ना? तो you have to reimburse when person is work from home, internet, mobile, laptop, maintenance, you can make the policy.
Correct.
Up now, some employee actually their duty is in a field job. So actually when he is going to every day in the field, so you have to pay the expenses.
Correct.
So then actually you can make a policy that since your job is remaining in the outside of the field work, so management has decided as per the nature of work for expenses or special allowance, this head. Okay. But it is not paid to all employees. Only the nature of duty.
Only as per the nature of duty.
Yes. So defray में lot of expenses which you are giving to the employee that can cover. Okay. अब now third आ जाता है commission. Fourth, commission. Commission actually only can be given to certain category of employee, not the all employees. Like जैसे if you are in the sales department, increasing the sales, you have given some commission to the employee. Other top executives, you have chief executive, finance head, so they are also part of the profit which has been earned by the company. Itne percent you will also given from the profit of the company commission. So that actually will come under the exclusion clause subject to the rider of 50%. Okay? So this is the principle. Next principle है, like if you are having an international worker in your company, okay, then what will happen for the international worker? The definition has not been changed with the 4 code. It means the old provision of law will continue to apply for another 1 year.
Till
because
November 2026.
Because that actually para has been added under the Employee Provident Fund scheme, and as per the section 164, which clearly says that the Employee Provident Fund scheme, regulation and rules that will remain applicable for 1 year, means actually up to 20th November 2026 all will be applicable, and in the meantime they can also change the rule. So under that actually para 83 international worker provision has not been changed. So I suggest all HR professional that whatever deduction is being done for the international worker salary, you have to continue. Okay. Now last actually I can tell cost to the company. Cost to the company has not been defined any provision of law. It is a balance sheet between the employee and employer while selecting the person. It has no connection with the remuneration. It has no connection with the salary. Okay. But out of the cost to the company, whatever money you are paying monthly, that is coming within the definition of wages.
Yes.
Just like I'm giving an example, your gratuity is also included in the cost to the company. But that is only payable when you are going to complete 5 years in the company. Okay. Your bonus is included in the cost to the company.
Correct.
But bonus is only paid when actually at the end of year and depending upon the calculation.
Right.
Okay. Acha. Last, actually, I will let you know the last principle. Some amount to run the company, there is a lot of company having a certain expenditure which is being given under the reimbursement. So that reimbursement does not fall within the definition of basic wages or wages. Okay. ठीक है ना? And last, any incentive, performance incentive, which is being given to the employee, that will not come, because that question has been clarified by the Ministry of Labor and Employment during the FAQ, frequent question. They say that performance index based payment, variable payment, or stock which is being given to the employee, that all will not come within the definition of wage category. ठीक है?
अब यहाँ हम अगला चीज देखते हैं.
अब इन्होंने सेक्शन जो 124 का किया है, उसमें मैं एक्चुअली आई वुड लाइक टू गिव माय ओपिनियन. देखिए 124 clearly say that employer is not going to reduce the salary. Okay.
Right.
But actually, when the code on wages has been legislated by the parliament, and I'm going to reorganize the wages of the employee. So it is, as far as my opinion, it is called, if I am doing by operation of law, so it will not come under section 124. 124 only apply when I have restructured the wages, and thereafter we cannot do it.
Okay.
One time can do it, restructuring as per the definition of wages. Later on, we cannot reduce the wages as per section 124.
यानी एक ही बार कर सकते हैं.
But that have to be done by the employer as per by operation of law. Otherwise, the restructuring, it is very, very difficult to.
Correct.
Very difficult. When you are going to read 124, which clearly say you cannot reduce the wages.
Yes.
But we are doing the restructuring the wages as per the new definition of law. Okay. So anything is being done by the company by operation of law, that will not come under section 124. This is my interpretation.
अभी हम अगला सवाल देखते हैं. कि काफी सारे सवाल आ चुके हैं इतने देर में. लेट्स सी.
फिक्स टर्म का ले लीजिए.
यहाँ पे किसका सवाल? फिक्स टर्म. हाँ. ओके. नितिन कुमार, फिक्स टर्म employees. Sir, some organizations appoints person on some period of time, that is from 1st January 2026 to December 2026, but no word of fixed term is included in the appointment letter. It is FTE or not? अच्छा सवाल है कि लेटर में कहीं लिखा नहीं है फिक्स टर्म एम्प्लॉय, लेकिन नेचर वही बोल रहा है.
हाँ, देखिए, when you have already issued the letter by mentioning that the employee is being appointed from 1st January 26 to 31st December, so it is a fixed term employment.
जी हाँ.
अच्छा. Second, actually, I would like to submit, Mr. Rahul, this fixed term employment provision on which date was legislated? 21st November.
जी हाँ.
Prior to that, if you have issued any letter, then it will not come. And after 21st of November, if you have issued the letter without mentioning that actually
FTE word,
but actually the appointment letter which they have given,
the nature
of that appointment letter, it means fixed term.
That nature is completely speaking, but
yes,
this is a fixed term.
Yes.
Okay.
So what will happen at the end of the December, if his employment is going to be discharged, okay, then this employer is liable to pay the gratuity to him.
Okay.
Okay.
अब हम अगले साल पे चलते हैं. ये संजीव शाह ने पूछा है, when employer works overtime, the overtime limit 125 hours. Now for overtime we need permission from the state government, compulsory or without permission in court. Clarify. क्या हमें राज्य सरकार से परमिशन लेना है या नहीं लेना है?
देखिए सर, एक्चुअली आई एम नॉट अवेयर कि फ्रॉम विच स्टेट दे आर आस्किंग. ओके,
आप अपना स्टेट भी प्लीज मेंशन कीजिए.
आई विल लेट यू नो. देखिए, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, ओवरटाइम लिमिट हैज टू बी नोटिफाइड बाय द रेस्पेक्टिव स्टेट.
जी हाँ.
ओके, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आई एम गिविंग यू right now, state of Karnataka, they say that actually employer is only having a liberty to take the overtime 50 hours per quarter within 3 months.
Within 3 months.
State of Haryana, 154.
Quarter या month?
Per quarter.
Per quarter.
They can take a overtime from the employee.
Limit is overtime limit.
Overtime limit. Okay, so actually overtime limit will be notified by the respective state.
Respective state wise. Okay.
And you can take up to that period.
Okay.
Now, most important, which Mr. Rahul, everybody should aware. Prior to 21st of November 2025, there is no need to take a consent from the employee for
doing
asking the overtime. If you have given instruction that Mr. Rahul, you should come tomorrow on overtime, you have to come. Subject to the rider of that state government limit.
Okay.
Per quarter.
Okay.
But now new provision of law say if the employee has not given a consent, means worker, employee is not entitled to get the worker has not given a consent for coming on the overtime, you cannot force to come on overtime.
Means
there should be a consent.
Okay. Okay. Now let's see the another question. This is from a message deleted. HR Soul. Is gratuity for fixed term employee payable to fixed term employee joined before 21st November 2025 or joined on and after 21st
Yes,
November?
very good question.
ये बहुत अच्छा सवाल है.
Very good question. देखिए, for giving a gratuity for fixed term employment, that provision came on 21st November 25.
जी हाँ.
Prior to this provision is not applicable.
Correct.
Okay. So onward 21st of November, if you are going to appoint any employee under the fixed term employment, then he is entitled to get the gratuity if he has completed 1 year.
Right.
But I would like to submit clearly to all audience.
Okay.
If you are going to read the fixed term definition under the IR Act.
Okay.
So there is A, B and C.
जी हाँ.
C clearly says that the gratuity will be given to the fixed term employment if he has completed 1 year.
1 year.
But that provision is absent in the Social Security.
जी हाँ, वहाँ 1 year नहीं लिखा, वहाँ pro rata basis लिखा है.
Pro rata subsequent provision of law, not on the definition of the fixed term.
Okay.
But when the rule was notified on the 8th May, rule says of the Social Security that the fixed term employee will be given gratuity if he has completed 1 year.
जी हाँ.
So I am advising to all, if the fixed term employee has completed 1 year, then you give also gratuity to that.
Okay. यहाँ जो सवाल इन्होंने पूछा है from HR
before actually 21st, it is not applicable.
नहीं, अगर कोई एम्प्लॉय 21st नवंबर से पहले ज्वाइन किया है,
he is not entitled to get the gratuity.
Okay, मतलब after 21st नवंबर
because
एक साल होना चाहिए.
Provision only came in 21st of November.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
अब suppose करो if somebody has joined This is I'm giving an example. Somebody has joined the June.
Yes.
June 25. So he is going to complete fixed term employment in the June of May 26. So that actually person is not entitled to get the gratuity.
Correct.
Because when actually he was appointed prior to 21st of November, he was appointed with the old provision of law, not the new provision.
Not the new provision, right. चलिए ये अच्छा सवाल था. अब अगला सवाल हमारे पास है. This is Mohit Puthi. Okay. Does this means that if we are paying overtime to an employee and the second part exceeds 50%, then ESIC will applicable on the excess amount. यानी जो deem amount बन रहा है, deem wage बनता है, उसके ऊपर ESIC लगेगा.
देखिए सर, if you are going to deduct the ESI up to 21,000, okay, but the regulation clearly says that if his salary is going to exceed over and above 21,000, employer is liable to deduct the ESI first contribution period. Second contribution period, he is going to disqualify. His question is during that 21st, he has earned the overtime. And overtime is also going more than 50% of the second rider. It will be added to the first. So the question is whether actually employer is liable to deduct the ESI 21,000 and added value of the wages. I can say no, sir.
That is the case.
ESI will be deducted up to 21,000.
So that is a case when the person is earning up to 21,000 as a wage. Let's say in a different scenario where a person is earning less than 21,000, but due to overtime, certain amount get added
back to the first part.
Right.
And its wages is going to increase. Say 22,000 only. So his question is that whether ESI will be deducted on 22,000 as earlier practice. Or 21,000. I say no.
Okay.
ESI will be deducted up to 21,000.
Up to 21,000.
Yes.
Done. That's okay. So let's move to another question now. HR Soul ka hua, iska hua. We have to see some live chats. Okay, there is one question by Ashish Kumar 342. One female employee in the mid of maternity leave will she get maternity benefit salary on gross and wage? अभी हमने इसका आंसर दिया था, उसको gross पे मिलेगी, wage पे, तो उसको wage पे मिलेगा. Then there is another question by Mohit Purti ji का, does this means, ये अभी हमने आंसर किया, and what is the process of this section? And there is Siddesh Sawant, ESIC applicability has been kept in abeyance for medical and educational institutions in Maharashtra. What should the already registered institutions do? Should they continue?
Yes. I will let you know. Right. First of all, actually, I made it very clear. The establishment which is having a 10 or more, any establishment, they will be covered under the ESI.
Any establishment.
Recently, what happened, actually, during this notification, 21st of November,
right,
the Maharashtra government has also notified for covering the education institute. Okay.
Right.
But they have returned back this notification because somebody has also asked when I was in Bombay during this seminar, during that period, when this notification is wrong. Because right now, state government or the central government will not issue any notification to covering the particular institute under the ESI.
Right.
Now the definition is say that any establishment is having a 10 or more across the country.
Correct.
Across the country. there is no demarcation, okay, implemented area or non-implemented area. That has been finished by
that's
the
completely
latest
been
one.
omitted, right?
Yes.
Removed.
Any establishment which is having a 10 or more will be covered under the ESI.
Right.
And for the hazard and necessity, only the one.
This is mentioned in section 16 of the Social Security Code and
Schedule
1.
So that actually, and I made it clear,
right,
that that notification has been returned back by the Maharashtra government.
Right. तो अब महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट या किसी भी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को वो राइट ही नहीं है
कि आप
इसको कवर करना है नहीं कवर करना है। अब ये कंप्लीटली सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट ने जो
10 और 10 या 10 से ज्यादा हैं
तो
किसी भी एस्टेब्लिशमेंट में,
देन इट विल एप्लीकेबल,
ESI विल बी एप्लीकेबल।
1000 डेज में अगर एक भी है तो एप्लीकेबल।
बस सीधी सी बात।
हम अगले सवाल की तरफ बढ़ते हैं। यहाँ एक मैथ्स वाला सवाल पूछा मिस्टर प्रेम कोहली।
बेसिक सैलरी 12,000, HR 12,000,
ओके,
एंड इन काइंड 5,000. What will be the
yes, very good question. Very good question.
First of all, I would like to, regarding the, somebody has asked me that the wages, basic wages 12,000. And I have given a 100% HRA. I can say you can give a 100%.
Absolutely.
There is no provision either under the ESI or under the Provident Fund,
any
the Social Security, that the employer is liable to give a 20%, 40% or 50%.
Maximum limit prescribed nahi hai.
But because actually the rider has been fixed, the second part should not be more than 50%. You can also give a 100%. So this structure is good. Now another structure say 5,000
in kind.
In kind. Okay. Now 5,000 is more than 15%.
Absolutely, it's more than 15%.
Because the total wages 24,000.
Right.
And 24,000 ka 15% amount will come.
Wage is 12,000 as of now.
Yes.
And HR is excluding part.
Yes.
So 12,000 is excluded.
Yes.
Now in kind is there.
In kind they are giving a
5,000.
5,000. Now if that amount is going to exceed more than 15%,
15%,
then actually added back to the first part.
Again, it will become wage.
First part.
Right.
Okay, na? But I can made it clear. You can give a 100% HRA. No provision. You can give a 100% conveyance allowance.
No problem.
There is no problem. Only what will happen?
Total 50%.
Under the Income Tax Act, 50% they will give a non-taxable income.
Section 10.
Over and above, it will be taxable income.
Right.
That's all.
Right. As per Section 10
but
of the Income Tax
Provident
Act
Fund
prescribed.
Or the ESI is silent. Okay, how much employer can give a
infinite for right
100%.
100%.
Okay.
अच्छा, हम अगले ये मैथ्स का सवाल काफी अच्छा लगा। इसके बाद हमारे पास है रमेश चंद्र गुप्ता जी का सवाल। So Ramesh is asking, if company wish to pay any type of incentive as production as per the scheme based on production, what is the effect for PF and ESI?
Yes, I will come one by one. First of all, actually, I say, what is the limit of Provident Fund?
PF ka means
15,000.
That's a 15,000.
Okay.
Right.
If the amount of incentive is coming under the first part by way of wages, for example, employer is liable to deduct the Provident Fund up to 15,000.
Correct.
That is a 1,800 per month.
Ji.
Over and above, no RPFC, APFC can assess the amount.
Correct.
Clear? Up now I am coming a ESI.
Yes.
ESI with the new provision of law, the ESI will be deducted up to 21,000. Okay? Because the old definition has been repealed. New definition clearly says that first part only the ESI will be deducted on 21,000.
Up to 20.
If 25 employee is going to exceed, then first contribution, as I repeatedly say, employer is liable to pay. In second contribution period, he will be non-eligible
liable.
employee.
Not absolutely.
अच्छा, अब now actually his specific सवाल कि if the employee has earned production incentive,
जी
okay,
हाँ,
production incentive, तो definitely है as per the FAQ
हाँ,
of the Ministry of Labor. Anybody can go on the website. They can also download that FAQ, which clearly says if the production incentive is earned by the employee, it is not coming within the definition of wages.
purely excluded.
Yes. For the purpose of deduction of ESI, for the purpose of deduction of the PF.
Right. अच्छा, हम इस पूरे कन्वर्सेशन के दौरान we keeps on referring certain sections, provisions, FAQ. So for all our audience, ये सारे FAQs के links हम after this entire live session हम यहाँ लिंक चैट बॉक्स में, डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में डाल देंगे ताकि आप उन सबको रिफर कर पाए. और डूइंग दिस इंटायर कन्वर्सेशन पॉसिबिलिटीज है कि हम शायद कईयों के सवाल को आंसर ना दे पाए, कि फटाफट स्क्रॉल अप होते जा रहा है लोगों के सवालों का. तो हम वापस आएंगे और हर किसी के सवालों का आंसर जरूर डालेंगे. पहले हम अगले सवाल की तरफ फिर बढ़ते हैं, देखते हैं किसका सवाल है. यहाँ पर हम पवित्रा बोरा, इनका सवाल है. Last 3 years, company not provided PF, only ESIC provided. What can I do? Central contract employee है ये अपना दर्द बतला रहे हैं.
It is a default.
हाँ, absolutely, it's a non-compliance. Legal action हो सकता है.
Only the question is coming if there is a possibility.
Okay.
देखिए राहुल जी, ESI is deducted when the establishment has doing it 10 or more.
Yes.
Okay.
ठीक
है ना? PF only deducted when actually your establishment is 20 or more.
Right.
अब that question is not clear.
हाँ.
ESI deducted if that establishment has doing it 10.
Correct.
So how the PF can be deducted?
Absolutely.
हाँ, if that establishment having a 20 or more employee, but he is going to deduct the ESI, it is a totally violation.
Correct.
So, and assessment can be done whenever any inspection is being done by the PF authority or any complaint is being done, then actually that assessment will be done under section 125 of the code on wages for the ESI, PF both. Now, okay, no 45 has been deleted. Correct. Repealed. 7 is also repealed. Okay. 7B actually has already been repealed. 7C. Okay. So all assessment, either ESI default or the PF default, that will be assessed under section 125 of the code on wages. Right. Okay. But this question is not clear whether they have 20 or more employees. If they are having it 20, then it is a totally default.
Right. So पविता जी, आपके लिए हमारा यही आंसर है कि ऐसे तो एम्प्लॉयर नॉन कंप्लायंस है, बशर्ते अगर एम्प्लॉयर के पास टोटल हेड काउंट 20 से ज्यादा है और तब वो पीएफ नहीं पे कर रहा है, देन इट्स नॉन कंप्लायंट और एम्प्लॉयर की ये गलती है. आप अपने एम्प्लॉयर और एचआर को बोलिए कि आपका पीएफ काटा जाए. और अगर उनका लेस देन 20 है, तब ये एम्प्लॉयर के ऊपर वॉलंटरी रजिस्ट्रेशन करेगा और वो पे करे या नहीं करे.
करेक्ट.
ESIC में हो सकता है कि आप हो सकता है डेफिनेटली, सिंस आपका ESIC कट रहा है, इट मींस आपकी कंपनी का ऑलरेडी मोर देन 10 हेड काउंट्स है, बस शायद 20 से ज्यादा नहीं है. हम अगले सवाल पे बढ़ते हैं. बेस्ट टिप्स फॉर अपकमिंग HR लीडर टू इंश्योर न्यू कोड. दिस क्वेश्चन इज आस्क्ड बाय नागेश नीलोरे. ओके, मिस्टर नागेश जी का सवाल है.
फॉर द HR प्रोफेशनल, आई एडवाइज all HR professional, if you have not restructuring the wages of your employee from May or January 2026, now the rule has been notified on 8th of May 2026. So I advise actually you go for restricting the wages as per the new definition of wages.
Correct.
And start deduction of the provident fund, ESI, as per the new wage.
और रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग में आपको किसी भी तरह का सहयोग चाहिए तो आप हमें संपर्क कर सकते हैं. हमारे कॉन्टेक्ट डिटेल्स ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल है.
यस.
हमारे साथ एडवोकेट एस के गुप्ता जी है, लेबर और रिपोर्टर की टीम है, इंडी थिंक की टीम है, शाश्वत की टीम है. So it's a big or strong community in India, and definitely we will help you out for restructuring, policy making और जो भी आपका किसी का ऑडिट का रिक्वायरमेंट्स है. हम अब आते हैं और कुछ सवाल देखते हैं. और हाँ, हम चाहेंगे कि आप हिंदुस्तान के किस शहर से बोल रहे हैं, अपने स्टेट या लोकेशन का भी नाम चैट बॉक्स में जरूर डालिए, ताकि हमें पता चले कि हाँ, हम कहाँ तक पहुंच पाए. क्या बोलते हैं?
यस यस, वेरी करेक्ट.
और हमने स्टार्टिंग में ही चैट बॉक्स में कुछ डिटेल्स डाल दिए थे. आप चाहे तो उस ग्रुप में कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं हमारे साथ, ताकि आप रेगुलरली इन टच रहे. अब यहाँ हमारे पास एक सवाल आ रहा है सिद्धेश सावंत की तरफ से. एज पर OHS and WC code have notified what is the impact on shops and establishment act of the state.
Very good.
बहुत अच्छा सवाल पूछा है.
Very good question.
आज ही हम लोग बात करके आ रहे थे.
Yes yes.
जी हाँ.
देखिए, एक्चुअली shop and establishment, Mr. Rahul, is being legislated by the state government.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now there is a difference or confusion among all HR professionals or the legal expert that whether we should go for registration under the OHS code under section 3.
Right.
Under section 3, which clearly says that as soon as the establishment is having a 10 or more person, those all establishment from the date of notification of the rules, within a 16 days, such establishment has to get registered. 60 days.
60 days.
हाँ.
तो यानी
and within 7 days, actually they will get a registration certificate.
Correct.
अब question is coming आता है, I say, if any establishment, kindly hear me sir, if any establishment having a less than 10, it will be covered under the Shop and Establishment.
State Shops and Establishment Act.
Okay. If any shop is going to increase from 9 to 10, immediately he has to convert his registration by filing a application in form number 1 under section 3
of the Act.
From shop to OHS code. So I say, some notification has been issued. Only the one state has been issued. That is a Pondicherry.
Pondicherry ने कह दिया
that has been issued.
Code for
that actually less than 10 है. You opt the shop and establishment, and more than 10 or more than 10, then you have to OHS code. And that is clear across the country. This law will be followed by all state government.
तो इसमें एक चीज मैं आपसे जानना चाहूंगा. सॉरी, जैसे मेरे व्यूअर्स आपसे सवाल पूछते हैं, मेरी भी कुछ सवाल हो जाती है. तो देखिए, ऐसे नहीं जो है शॉप एस्टेब्लिशमेंट आमतौर पे राज्य के म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन या फिर पंचायत वाले
देखते हैं.
OHS में जो गवर्निंग एप्रोप्रिएट गवर्नमेंट रहेगा, ये
उसमें एक्चुअली डेफिनेशन में आया है नॉट एम्प्लॉय. शॉप में एम्प्लॉय.
हाँ,
इसमें एक्चुअली बेसिकली OHS कोड में वर्कर का है 10 और मोर.
यही मेरा मींस फॉर वर्कर कैटेगरी
ओनली.
अब जब ये सवाल पूछे, हमने ऐसे कई बार डिस्कस किया था जी कि वर्कर्स और एम्प्लॉय का डिफरेंस.
नो एम्प्लॉय एक्चुअली देखिए सर, if any person in the company, I'm taking a person, it may be an employee, it may be a worker.
Correct. Any person is the right word.
Any person of the company. It may be an employee, it may be a worker. If any person is coming under the definition of worker, then he is a worker.
Correct.
If he does not fall within the definition of worker, then he is coming an employee.
Okay.
Achha. Now, under the 4 code, for the code on wages, only all it is treated as a employee, either worker or employee. Supervisor, manager,
everybody is treated as
a worker. Because code on wages is only given a protection to employee. Okay. Now, code on social security. There is no category of worker. Only the employee is entitled to get all benefit, either under ESI, maternity benefit, provident fund.
So for social security code, any person is an employee.
Now, under the IR code, only the protection has been given to worker category, where actually it is a whether you are a workman or you are an employee.
Okay.
So workman actually only fall within the definition of workman category. He will be treated as a worker, and other than workman,
any person will
any person is an employee.
Is an employee. And okay.
So this is the simple theory है.
ठीक है सर, आगे बताओ, और भी सवाल धार आ रहे हैं हमारे पास. ओके, मिस्टर नागेश साहब का फिर से एक सवाल है. प्लीज एडवाइस ऑन WC पॉलिसी इन केस ऑफ ESIC कोड डिलेड ड्यूरिंग. प्लीज WC पॉलिसी लेने के लिए, जहाँ तक हमें पता है सर, जस्ट रेक्टिफाई, WC पॉलिसी इज नॉट मैंडेटरी.
देखिए सर,
प्रैक्टिस करते हैं.
हाँ, दिस इज आई वुड लाइक टू क्लियर. If any workman is covered under the ESI,
is protected by ESIC.
100%. There is no need to take a workman compensation policy. अब workman compensation तो खत्म है, employee compensation आ गया. Okay. अब I would like to clear. This is a very good question.
सवाल अच्छा.
देखिए, as far as my survey, and I say, whosoever is watching us, they can also do survey in your company. Sir, only 5% of manufacturing organization sector, 5% is getting a salary more than 50,000. 95% employee is getting a salary in India less than 50,000. And the person who are getting a 50,000, they are covered under the ESI. When they are covered under the ESI, 21,000 no need to take
21,000. आप 50,000 बोल रहे थे.
50,000 देखिए सर, ऐसा है, 21,000 का भी लिमिट है. Now this limit is going to increase 25,000 very soon, because Supreme Court has already directed to the government. It is under pipeline, and the objection has been invited from the general public. Okay, how much the criteria should be. I am saying 21,000 right now.
Right now we'll talk.
तब भी actually only the 7% or the 5% is getting a salary in manufacturing sector, 40,000 or more than 40,000. So it means actually 90% at least person is going to cover under the ESI. When they are covered under the ESI, there is no need to take a workman compensation policy or the employee compensation policy, because all liability will be borne by the ESI.
But इस सवाल पे मेरा भी एक ओपिनियन. देखिए, अब जो ESIC पे नहीं आते हैं,
उनके लिए तो you have to take under the, because actually what is going on, employee compensation policy में there is no rider. Every employee which has been defined under the schedule 2nd, kindly note down, under the schedule, there is some schedule has been given under the Social Security Act, and it is having a 3-page schedule.
Correct.
And I have read that
पूरा categories of employees defined है.
All employees, they are covered under
the
employee compensation.
But not policy. मैं यहाँ पे सवाल
I can say those person who are not covered under the ESI, you have to take a employee compensation policy.
But एक थोड़ा सा एक और पॉइंट ऐड करूंगा सर. It may debatable. They are by default getting covered under the employee compensation.
Correct.
Chapter. I would rather say chapter instead of word policy, because in current code and the previous act, nowhere it is mentioned that a company have to legally take policy.
If they will not take policy, they have to bear cost.
They have to bear the cost.
But that's all.
That is the only part.
If you are taking a policy, then the insurance company will
bear
the
insurance
cost.
Company. Right. So that is one point which I was supposed
yes.
Okay. अच्छा, और कुछ सवाल देखते हम. मनीष मेहता जी का एक सवाल देखते. If I am giving basic plus HRA plus other allowances and I am deducting PF and ESIC on basic only, which is above 50% or up to minimum wage. Is it correct? It's correct. It's a plain open set question. आप सही हो, आप गलत प्रैक्टिस नहीं करोगे.
go ahead.
You go ahead, right. गुप्ता जी का आपको अप्रूवल मिल गया है. So अभी ये सवाल है मावी प्राची. ओके, प्राची मावी का. Telecommunication is a nature of work. Okay, they might be a telecaller. What are the applicability to check to obtain trade license certificate in Maharashtra, Telangana, Tamil Nadu?
Labor laws.
No, I will address to this.
Right.
Since प्राची जी, आपका सवाल जो है ये ट्रेड लाइसेंस की एप्लीकेबिलिटी के ऊपर है, जो कि म्युनिसिपैलिटी के प्रोविजंस के अंदर आता है. एंड वी विल रिस्पॉन्स टू यू दिस क्वेश्चन सेपरेटली. तो आई विल रिक्वेस्ट आप अपना मेल आईडी इस चैट बॉक्स में डाल दीजिए, या फिर आप हमारे बताए गए लिंक पे अपना मेल आईडी दे दीजिएगा. आपको इसकी एप्लीकेबिलिटी का आंसर जरूर मिलेगा. एज ऑफ नाउ हम इसको पार्क कर रहे हैं क्योंकि ये लेबर कोड से रिलेटेड नहीं है. ओके, नाउ देयर इज अनदर क्वेश्चन व्हिच इज आस्क्ड बाय Sachin Chaudhary ji, 305. If a contract employee has worked continuously for the same principal employer for more than 5 years, but the contractor changed during the period, will that affect my gratuity eligibility?
Yes, I will let you know. देखिए, basically in the latest law, code on social security. Prior to that, actually, there is no responsibility of the principal employer for payment of the gratuity.
Yeah.
Now, with the new provision of law, they have put
the liability is put on the.
But actually, his question is very clear. Says that if any person exclusively worked with the principal employer more than 5 years, but during the 5 years, contractor is going to change. It means actually,
principal
if he is going to file a case before the controlling authority under the Gratuity Act, the principal employer is liable to pay the gratuity because he is working exclusively
for that
with
the
principal employer. That evidence will come before the court. But contractor is changed. Lot of
both are judgment.
Madras High Court and this Bombay High Court clearly says.
Yes.
So that principal employer is liable to pay the gratuity.
I think किसने सचिन जी सवाल पूछा था ना.
If they need a citation, I can give you.
Yes.
That is a thermal power. Some
है हमारे पास है.
We
will share.
Madras High Court का.
तो यहाँ हम अपने सभी श्रोताओं को, जो कोई भी हमें देख रहे हैं, और अवर ऑडियंस को बताना चाहेंगे, ये बहुत कॉमन प्रैक्टिस है.
Yes.
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वर्कर वहीं रहता है और कॉन्ट्रैक्टर चेंज होता है.
Contractor.
It means कि प्रिंसिपल एम्प्लॉयर को इंटेंशन है to take the service from the contract worker, not from the contractor. Then there is a relationship getting established between the principal employer and the contract worker.
Correct.
And the contract worker is having a capacity to claim the absorbability as a direct employee of the principal employer, या फिर सारे बेनिफिट वो ले सकता है. यहाँ कॉन्ट्रैक्टर कोई रोल नहीं.
इसके लिए एक मैं राहुल जी अभी बताता हूँ. ये प्रैक्टिस को, मेल प्रैक्टिस को डिसकंटिन्यू करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट ने नया नियम लाया है. मैं आपको बताता हूँ.
अच्छा.
हाँ. OHS कोड में, OHS कोड में the responsibility is fixed for all contractor, for all employer. They will issue a experience certificate mandatory.
Yes.
अच्छा. अब I say, earlier contractor was SK Gupta. Okay. When he left the contract, okay, then he is not going to issue a experience certificate to him.
Correct.
Okay. Then another Mr. Rahul came for the same principal, and they have also taken the same employee.
Correct.
Okay. So for issuing a experience certificate is now compulsory. And it is a violation. When the experience certificate for that 3 years is issued by the Rahul, 2 years is issued by me, but the same employer, and the experience certificate says name of the contractor, name of the principal employer.
वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वर्कर उसका एम्प्लॉय बन गया बाय डिफॉल्ट.
100%. So you just see Actually, it is a full page having a all detail of the experience certificate.
इसमें मतलब एक और पॉइंट मैं ऐड करूंगा फॉर द स्टाफिंग इंडस्ट्रीज। हम स्टाफिंग में देखते हैं अक्सर लोग ट्रांसफर ऑफ द बिजनेस लेते हैं कि आपके पास जो एग्जिस्टिंग मैन पावर वो आप हमको ट्रांसफर कर दीजिए। देखिए आप अगर प्रिंसिपल एम्प्लॉयर है तो ये ट्रांसफर के कॉन्सेप्ट में आप ट्रैप में जाओगे, क्योंकि वही सारे जो एम्प्लॉइज आप एक कॉन्ट्रैक्टर से उठा के दूसरे कॉन्ट्रैक्टर ट्रांसफर कर रहे हैं, मतलब आपके पास वो जो लोग हैं वो आपके एम्प्लॉय घोषित हो जाएंगे और सारे बेनिफिट सारा कॉस्ट एज अ प्रिंसिपल एम्प्लॉयर आपको डायरेक्टली बेयर करना होगा। वो एनी गिवन सर्कमस्टेंसेस कॉन्ट्रैक्टर के कभी भी अपने एम्प्लॉय नहीं कहलाएंगे। तो प्लीज स्टॉप दिस प्रैक्टिस, आप लीगली ये प्रैक्टिस बंद कर दीजिए। ओके, अब कुछ भी सपोर्टिंग चाहिए देन वी आर हियर टू प्रोवाइड यू लीगल सपोर्टिंग, लीगल गाइडेंस। ऑफिशियली हमारा राइटअप है, आर्टिकल्स है, सर ने कई सारे आर्टिकल्स लिखे हैं इसके ऊपर, तो आपको हम लोग जरूर देंगे सर। और सवाल बढ़ते जा रहा है, ऑडियंस की भी काउंटिंग बढ़ते जा रही है, सो क्या किया जाए?
रिजाइन आफ्टर
बढ़ते आगे साल कौन सा सवाल आपने बोला?
एम्प्लॉय रिजाइन आफ्टर 18 मंथ।
ये है किसका सवाल? ये वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट वर्कर
कंप्लीट हो
ये हो गया ना?
नेक्स्ट।
ओके, नागेश जी का अगला सवाल। ओके, ये टॉप 3 में जा रहे हैं। नागेश, एम्प्लॉय रिजाइन आफ्टर 18th month, विल ही एलिजिबल फॉर 2 year ग्रेजुएटी?
नो,
एम्प्लॉय बोला उन्होंने।
नो
नहीं, ये जो शॉर्ट टर्म ग्रेजुएटी बेनिफिट जो है ना,
एक्चुअली देखिए
सिर्फ फिक्स टर्म
देयर इज अ 3 rider has been fixed by the latest law.
हाँ,
I would like to gratuity. First fixed term employment,
हाँ,
1 year rider.
एब्सोल्युटली।
For media company, other print media, other
जर्नलिस्ट,
हाँ journalist, if they are going to complete 3 years, then he is entitled to gratuity.
करेक्ट।
And the regular employment, manufacturing organization, if he has completed 5 years,
5 years
he is entitled. Now, if any employee after eligibility of the gratuity, 1 year, 3 years, or 5 years, if he has worked more than 6 months,
जी,
this is very important.
हाँ,
6 months, then it will be treated as a 1 year. That's all.
बस यही है। यानी नागेश जी, एक नॉर्मल एम्प्लॉय जो है उसके लिए पूरा 5 साल खत्म करना जरूरी है। अगर वो मीडिया कंपनी में है या फिर जर्नलिस्ट प्रोफाइल में, तो 3 साल खत्म करना है। अगर वो फिक्स टर्म एम्प्लॉय है फ्रॉम 21 नवंबर 2025 के बाद से, तो तब कम से कम 1 साल उसे करना है। नाउ प्लीज शेयर सिटीजन, हाँ आपको मिल जाएगा। जिस किसी को भी जो भी हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया है, किसी भी
पर्टिकुलर किसी टॉपिक पे आपको साइटेशन चाहिए, काइंडली
हाँ,
शेयर।
हमने लिंक चैट बॉक्स के स्टार्टिंग पे डाल दिया है, आप उसके थ्रू हमसे कांटेक्ट कर सकते हो और बाद में भी हम डिटेल्स, ईमेल आईडी एंड ऑल वी विल शेयर विथ यू। राइट, तो आप हमें लिख सकते हैं और हम डेफिनेटली आपको गाइड करेंगे। अब हम सर बेसिक इज 50% ऑफ सीटीसी और ग्रॉस, ये भी एक अच्छा।
हाँ देखिए, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एक्चुअली देखिए, आई एम गोइंग टू मेक इट वेरी क्लियर, CTC is not defined under any provision of law.
There is nothing called CTC.
It is again I am saying, it is a discussion, a balance sheet, or remuneration discussion between the employee and employer.
Right.
How much I am giving to you as per the yearly CTC.
Right.
When the CTC is going to transfer in the monthly salary, then that component will be examined by the authority. Okay. Whether that component is coming within the definition of first part of wages or the second part. CT has no connection.
Correct.
With respect of the statutory payment. Okay. Up now I'm giving an example. CTC includes gratuity also.
Correct.
But gratuity will be paid either after 3 years or 5 years
as per the nature of industry.
ठीक है ना? And second actually bonus.
जी हाँ.
Bonus is also tentative bonus they are going to include, but bonus is only paid after completion of 30 days.
30 days minimum.
Okay. First, second, the percentage is going to be decided based on the profit of the company.
Right.
ठीक है? So CTC has no connection with the gross salary or the basic salary or the statutory salary. as the first part of salary.
So 50%
Only
is
whatever
on
the monthly salary is going to be reflected in the payroll. And under the payroll, whatever the component is coming under the first part, what is the component is coming the second part. That's all.
That's all.
We have to
Means depending on the total remuneration,
yes,
include and excluding को हम एक साथ लेके आते हैं, फिर उस पे कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं.
yes, right.
वैसे आप सबको हम बताना चाहिए कि हमने अप्रैल 2026 11 अप्रैल को हमने वर्कशॉप रखा था कोड ऑन वेज, जिसमें हमारे साथ गोविंद राजू जी फ्रॉम कर्नाटका स्टेट से थे, जिन्होंने हमारे सारे डेलीगेट जो इवेंट्स में प्रेजेंट थे उन्हें प्रॉपर कैलकुलेशन कैसे किया जाए कोड वेज का, ये हमने पूरा बतलाया था. हम कल भी सैटरडे को हमारा कल सुबह 10 बजे से शाम 5 बजे तक कोड ऑन सोशल सिक्योरिटी के ऊपर
वेज स्ट्रक्चरिंग,
पीएफ, ग्रेजुएटी, ESIC, मैटरनिटी बेनिफिट, वर्कमैन कंपनसेशन, गिग वर्कर्स
एम्प्लॉयमेंट,
इन सब के ऊपर हम डिटेल क्लोज रूम कन्वर्सेशन करने वाले हैं. हमने लिंक क्योंकि ऊपर शेयर किया हुआ है चैट बॉक्स में, और स्पेशल रिक्वेस्ट के चलते हमने 10 सीट इंक्रीज किया है. तो अगर आप मुंबई में है और कल अंधेरी ईस्ट होटल टुंगा इंटरनेशनल आ सकते हैं, आप उस लिंक पे जाइए और इमीडिएटली रजिस्टर कर लीजिए, कि मेरे ख्याल से खाली 10 सीट शायद बचा होगा हमारे ये वीडियो यूट्यूब लाइव पे आने से पहले, और मे भी शायद अब तक खत्म भी हो चुका हो. तो अगर नहीं है तो प्लीज अपने आप को रजिस्टर करिए और कल जरूर आइए. अब हम आते हैं अगले सवाल के लिए भी, फ्रॉम सोम्या वूज. ओके, a subsequent question: if the worker approach to labor officer and does not report to work, approach to the labor office and does not report to the work during dispute period, thus the employer is eligible for payment during a disputed period. It's
not
a very good question.
Not at all.
Definitely
not at all.
वो अगर ऑफिस नहीं आ रहा
है, approaching to the labor office does not mean that person should be treated as on duty.
Absolutely. आप अपना लीगल मैटर के लिए आप कहीं जा रहे हैं, इसका मतलब वो ऑफिशियल वर्क मतलब ऑफिस आना है.
And you issue a letter that you are required to report on duty within a specific 24 hours, 48 hours, whatever your standing order says.
Correct.
Failing which actually you will be treated as absent from the duty. That's all.
एक सवाल है, ये है नितिन कुमार आसम, इनका रिपीटेड क्वेश्चन है एक और. तो ओवरटाइम अलाउंस एंड ओवरटाइम पेड टू द वर्कर अगेंस्ट एक्स्ट्रा वर्किंग आर सेम. यानी एक में ओवरटाइम अलाउंस वर्ड यूज किया गया है और एक में सिर्फ ओवरटाइम पेड यूज किया गया है. अब कई कंपनी ओवरटाइम अलाउंस पे कर रही है.
बेसिकली देखिए मैं आपको बताऊं, overtime clearly says if a person is going to work more than 48 hours in a week,
or normal working hour which has been prescribed,
48 hours per week, subject to you cannot take the work of any employee more than 8 hours in a day. Over and above 8 hours, it will be treated as a overtime. But there is a rider fixed by the state government. If the state government is bringing any notification that any establishment can take the work more than 8 hours, say 12 hours, it means actually within a week he has to work 12 hours for 4 days. 4 days.
Absolutely.
And another 3 days will be a non-working days or the weekly off.
Paid rest day.
Yes. So actually, Rahul ji, I am also want to clarify this misconception.
So 3 दिन पूरा मिलेगा छुट्टी?
हाँ 3 दिन. Because actually neither OHS code nor the shop and establishment does not say that actually you cannot take a work from any employee more than 48 hours per week.
हाँ, उसके बाद मैंडेटरी 1 पेड रेस्ट
Yes.
होता है.
So it means actually, but only employee cannot work 8 hours per day. I will let you know the notification latest government ne. That is notification has been issued by the central government on 13th of May.
Okay.
Specifically, after expiry of 5 hour, you have to provide compulsory half an hour interval.
Yes.
But you cannot take work more than 8 hours per day.
Right.
ठीक है?
ये तो क्लियर है.
तो एक्चुअली अब इनका जो क्वेश्चन है वो ये है कि ओवर टाइम अलाउंस. ओके, सम कंपनी दे आर गिविंग ए ओवर टाइम अलाउंस, बट इट हैज नो कनेक्शन विद द डबल ओवर टाइम. वो है स्टैट्यूटरी ओवर टाइम, मींस इफ ही हैज वर्क then actually he is entitled to get the overtime. Up there is a difference. Overtime allowance is paid every month equally. Overtime allowance is paid equally every month.
A fixed overtime.
Fixed overtime. So this is not overtime, but overtime is also vary from month to month, employee to employee.
Then it's actual overtime.
Actual. It is totally depending how many hours, more than 48 hours he has worked.
Okay.
Then it is going to be calculated separately.
Okay.
And I would like to submit the register overtime is maintained separately for each and every employee.
जी हाँ.
ठीक है? There is a separate register for maintaining overtime. According to that overtime payment, it is going to transfer in the payroll.
जी हाँ.
ठीक है.
अब हम और सवाल देखते हैं. Principal employer can create second ESIC or PF code for non-payment by contractor and absconding vendors. यहाँ सवाल पूछा जाए नागेश के द्वारा कि क्या प्रिंसिपल एम्प्लॉयर एक दूसरा पीएफ और ईएसआईसी कोड बना सकते हैं जिसमें वो उन एम्प्लॉय का पीएफ और ईएसआईसी पे करे जिसका कॉन्ट्रैक्टर ने नहीं पे किया है.
देखिए,
कर सकते हैं.
इस क्वेश्चन इज करेक्ट, बट प्रैक्टिकली ही कांट पे. आई एम टेलिंग सर, prior to digital transfer of the provident fund, you can, principal employer can deduct the provident fund and can deposit by making a challan in the bank. What will happen? Contractor is having a separate PF code number.
Correct.
ESI code number. Who is having a password?
तो contractor के पास रहेगा.
Okay. Until and unless you are having a password, you can't generate the challan. When you are going to generate the challan, you have to pay the money. Up in the question of this, and the contractor has already been
absconded, भाग गया.
Okay, and the labor is working. For that, I can advise, frankly speaking, you pay the wages of the workman correctly before expiry of 7 days, because actually now days has been changes. Earlier 10 days or 7 days. Now the code on wage clearly says that the payment, monthly payment should be done on or before 7 days.
Correct.
Okay. You pay the wages, deduct the provident fund, deduct the ESI. You do not have the password. Better hai to just show the bona fide. You make the check of ESI and you make the provident fund check and send to the ESI mentioning the UN number of all employee,
yes,
and their amount, and also say that the contractor
beneficiary of so and so.
So actually it will show the bona fide intention of the principal employee.
Right.
That's all.
That's the best way. तो और किसके साल पे जाए हम? हाँ, ये एक अच्छा सवाल है आईआर के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से. Why individual worker cannot raise industrial dispute against employer malified action like transfer, demotion, where there is no union or no support of union.
Yes, I am
ये
telling.
सवाल है नितिन
I will
कुमार
answer.
जी का.
First of all, actually, malified transfer or not giving increment or any grievances. For that, actually, Mr. Rahul, our IR Act, there is also grievance redressal committee.
जी हाँ, GRC.
Every establishment which is having a 20 or more worker, they are mandatory. They have to make the grievance redressal committee, GRC.
जी हाँ.
Okay. Under the GRC, equal number of the workman representative and equal number of the employer representative. And out of the, it should not be more than 10. Okay. And less than 6 also. So actually, what actually it is better, there will be a one chairman. They will elect turn by turn. And these all grievances, individual are the only individual grievance will be heard by the GRC committee.
ये अभी नए कोड के हिसाब से.
यस, नए कोड के हिसाब से बता रहा हूं मैं आपको. हाँ. अच्छा, उसमें एक्चुअली जो लिमिटेशन पीरियड रखा है वो 1 ईयर रखा है.
जी हाँ.
कितना रखा है?
1 year.
1 year. From the date of cause of action, within a 1 year, they can raise the grievance before the grievance committee.
Correct.
And I say grievance committee is having a statutory force.
जी हाँ.
Legal force है उसमें. अच्छा, as soon as the grievances is submitted to the GRC committee,
जी हाँ.
they are liable to decide under which time within 30 days. ठीक है ना? And within 30 days, decision taken by the GRC committee and the employer is bound to implement that decision in the factory.
अगर GRC ने ये डिसीजन लिया तो एम्प्लॉय को
करना पड़ा. अगर वो डिससेटिस्फाई है वर्कमैन, he can approach to the conciliation, he can approach to the industrial tribunal क्योंकि labor court has been finished now. ठीक है ना? Easily actually. अब now the question of individual worker can also raise the grievance.
Right.
Not through union.
अच्छा लगता है. अभी और एक सवाल है. One employee is having maintenance case in the court and have to attend court proceeding or witness in some case. Will this be paid leave or ELCL or have to mark something else? ये एक
भाई this is a personal case.
पर्सनल केस है. वो आप जाओ. आप
any employee is having any case which is not related to the company, you put the leave application.
अब कोई भी लीव लो, चाहे पर्सनल लीव लो, कैजुअल लीव लो. ओके.
कंपनी हैज नो कनेक्शन विद दैट.
उससे कंपनी को कोई मतलब नहीं. अब यहाँ एक और सवाल है प्रोबिता वोरा का. सर, ड्यूरिंग लीगल एक्शन पीरियड अगेंस्ट कंपनी टर्मिनेट करे तो क्या किया जाए? अच्छा, मतलब किसी एम्प्लॉय ने अगर किसी कंपनी पे केस कर दिया है और ही वांट टू फाइट फर्दर, लेकिन अब वो केस चल रहा है, उस कंपनी ने उसको टर्मिनेट कर दिया, तो क्या किया जाए?
देखो ऐसा है, मैं आपको बताऊं राहुल जी, इन इंडिया
जी हाँ,
we are having a two type of employees. One employee is coming under the definition of worker category,
right?
And other non-workmen.
जी हाँ.
Supervisor, manager, and others.
जी हाँ.
Okay. For the workman category, you cannot straight away terminate.
Yes.
It is a illegal termination.
Illegal termination.
It can be reinstated by the industrial tribunal.
जी.
If you want to terminate any workman category, मतलब dismiss, कुछ भी करना चाहते हो, you have to issue a charge sheet.
हाँ, proper process है.
You conduct the domestic inquiry. If charge is proved, according to the gravity of the charge, you can give the punishment.
Determine what punishment need to be finalized.
ठीक है ना? Case, and this is not a immaterial. It does not come under the misconduct also. But if I have lost any case against you or it does not come within the definition of misconduct. Is a right to file any case against any person. अच्छा, अब नेक्स्ट आता है नॉन वर्कमैन कैटेगरी. नॉन वर्कमैन कैटेगरी, if you don't require his service, you are not satisfied with the service of any non-workman, you can terminate any time, but that
Notice
termination will be done as per the terms of appointment or the contract of employment. 1 month है, 2 month है, then you issue
जो उसके एग्रीमेंट में लिखा उसके हिसाब से
according to terminate कर दो. And that termination cannot be challenged by the non-workman, any court of law, even a civil court also.
Okay.
Civil court is only having a power to enforce the contract of service, not the reinstatement of any employee.
राइट उसके इफेक्ट को राइट. अभी हम अगले सवाल पे जाते हैं. जस्ट होल्ड ऑन. ये सवाल है दीपक सिसोदिया जी का. Earlier PF was deducted at 12% on 40% basic wage. Post wage restructuring, 40% basic plus 10% special allowance, PF is still being deducted only on the 40% of the basic component. Is this compliant or not?
I will let it.
Okay. Acha.
Percentage, no connection.
Absolutely.
First of all, any component which is coming under the first category, first part of the wages, the employer is liable to deduct 12% up to 15,000. That's all. Right. There is no connection 40%, 50% or 10%.
कोई रिश्ता नहीं है उसके साथ.
ठीक है ना? Maybe 40% 1 lakh rupees to 40,000.
Correct.
Maybe 50 का 40 20,000.
जी हाँ.
But under the Provident Fund Act, employer is liable to deduct the provident fund up to 15,000, but that 15,000 must come within the first category of wages. Means
और 15,000 तक मतलब प्रिंसिपल एम्प्लॉयर काट सकता है. वो 15,000 आपका 40% ऑफ ग्रॉस रहे या फिर 20% 50%,
no connection.
और उसके ऊपर भी वो उससे ही फर्क नहीं पड़ता क्योंकि वो वॉलंटरी कंट्रीब्यूशन हो गया.
करेक्ट.
ओवर एंड अबव योर सेलिंग. अच्छा, यहाँ एक और सवाल मुझे दिख रहा है. ये भी है नितिन कुमार. अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है कि कुछ लोग रिपीटेडली क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं. इनका सवाल है सेक्शन 48 ऑफ IR कोड इन GRC प्रोविजन इंडिविजुअल वर्कर डिससेटिस्फाई कैन गो टू द कंसलेशन बाय यूनियन. थोड़ा सा इसमें
देखिए सर, ऐसा है, इंडिविजुअल वर्कर कैन आल्सो रेज ए डिस्प्यूट.
एब्सोल्युटली GRC में रेज कर सकता है. अभी हमने
GRC में भी कर सकता है डायरेक्टली. एक्चुअली ही कैन आल्सो रेज बिफोर द कंसिलेशन. ओके. GRC में भी जा सकता है
और डायरेक्टली भी जा सकता है.
डायरेक्टली भी जा सकता है.
बाय यूनियन जाना उसके लिए कोई मैंडेटरी नहीं.
नो.
राइट. ओके, देन देयर इज अनदर.
Well, it means actually you are killing the fundamental right of the person.
Absolutely.
If he does not want to go to the union, it means he can't raise the dispute. How it is possible?
Definitely, वो उसका right है. अगर उसको कोई dispute है तो उसको जाने का पूरा अधिकार है.
Yes.
और यूनियन होना एक मैंडेटरी राइडर लगाना गलत है.
Yes.
तो that's a good thing that गवर्नमेंट ने कोड में वो चीज नहीं मैंडेटरी किया है. Now Somya who's okay. Sir, what will be the minimum notice period to be considered for termination? Thus, 7 days notice in appointment letter is legally okay. Also, if the temporary employee for 6 months shall have 1 month notice. यहाँ नोटिस पीरियड कितना होना चाहिए ये सवाल है और डिफरेंट एम्प्लॉय के लिए.
देखिए राहुल जी, first of all, I say again, 2 category of employee. One is the workman category, another non-workman category. For the workman category, is all rules and regulation is being regulated by the standing order.
Right.
Okay. Supported by the appointment letter.
Yes.
Okay. But in the appointment letter, something is different.
And standing order is speaking something else.
Then the standing order will prevail over the appointment letter. for the workman category. Okay. Now, it is a between the employee and employer. You have to mention the notice period.
जी हाँ.
Okay. Notice period. Okay. If you want to resign, you can resign by giving a 1 month notice, 2 month notice or 3 month notice.
ऐसा कुछ मिनिमम उस पे नहीं है.
It should also either one.
या तो आप या तो मैं.
हाँ, अगर मैं रिजाइन करना चाहता हूँ तो मैं आपको 1 महीने का नोटिस दे दूंगा, आप टर्मिनेट करना चाहते हो तो 1 महीने का. बट दैट कंडीशन इज ओनली एप्लीकेबल इन केस ऑफ नॉन वर्कमैन.
ओके.
फॉर द वर्कमैन कैटेगरी देयर इज नो नोटिस पीरियड प्रोविजन इन द स्टैंडिंग ऑर्डर.
करेक्ट. लेकिन एम्प्लॉयर के पास है ना, एम्प्लॉयर को तो एक नोटिस देना होगा अगर वर्कमैन को टर्मिनेट करना है.
देखिए, वर्कमैन को अगर टर्मिनेट करना है, पहले तो टर्मिनेट कर ही नहीं सकता विदाउट इशूइंग ए
विदाउट. हाँ, प्रोसेस नीड टू बी फॉलोड.
डोमेस्टिक इंक्वायरी.
जी हाँ.
You cannot terminate straight away.
Correct.
It will be a illegal termination.
हाँ.
or illegal dismissal. ठीक है ना? तो notice period is not a criteria for the. हाँ, workman अगर resign करता है, workman अगर resign करता है तो हमारे स्टैंडिंग ऑर्डर में नोटिस पीरियड का कोई प्रोविजन नहीं है.
अच्छा, आई थिंक हम ये कन्वर्सेशन और 20 मिनट तक लेके जा सकते हैं क्योंकि हमारे कैमरे का बैटरी अप डाउन होने वाला है सर जी.
ठीक.
सो एनीवे, कुछ और सवाल देखते हैं. इफ एन एम्प्लॉय टेक लीव ड्यूरिंग द नोटिस पीरियड. हाँ, ले सकते हैं नोटिस पीरियड में लीव. ऐसा कुछ मैंडेटरी नहीं है कि नोटिस पीरियड में आपको लीव नहीं मिला. आपको मिल सकती है. हमारे पास उसके आर्टिकल्स है, हमारे पास उसके जजमेंट्स भी है which speaks very clearly.
By notice period में he is treated as a employee.
हाँ, is employee
until unless his resign is not accepted. So he can also file a
अप्लाई कर सकता है, एंजॉय कर सकता है.
लीव विल बी गिवन एज पर द लीव पॉलिसी.
इस पे आपको इसी YouTube चैनल पे नोटिस पीरियड पे एम्प्लॉय लीव ले सकता है कि नहीं, इसके ऊपर एक वीडियो बना हुआ है. आप जरूर सर्च कीजिएगा, आपको मिल जाएगा और हम कोशिश करेंगे लिंक दे देंगे.
यस यस. कुछ
और सवाल देखते हैं. थोड़ा सा स्टार्टिंग के क्वेश्चंस पे भी आते हैं. कई सारे सवाल आके चले गए. सर, अगर सबका आंसर देने जाऊंगा तो आई थिंक हम लोग को ये. अच्छा, आप अगर जो कोई भी अभी भी देख रहे हैं, देखिए शुरुआत के कुछ लिंक्स हमने शेयर किए चैट बॉक्स में, जिसमें आप चाहे तो आप हमारा मेंबर बन सकते हैं, जो कि हम प्रीमियम एपिसोड समय समय पे निकालेंगे, जिसपे सिर्फ प्रीमियम मेंबर जो सब्सक्राइब किए हुए और जो कंप्लायंस मॉन्क के प्रीमियम मेंबर्स है उनके लिए स्पेसिफिक वीडियोस हम बना के देते रहेंगे और अदर स्टडी मटेरियल्स. अच्छा, हमने एक व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप का भी हमने एक चैनल यहाँ पर लिंक दिया हुआ है. आप उसके थ्रू हम लोग से डायरेक्टली कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं. अब हम आते कुछ सवाल पे. यहाँ पर संजीव मिश्रा जी का सवाल था, अटेंडेंस बोनस स्कीम अप्लाई ओनली फॉर वर्कर्स इन कंपनी पेड इट मंथली देन कंसीडर एक्सक्लूड वेजेस कैटेगरी और नॉट. अटेंडेंस बोनस अगर मंथली दे रहा है.
देखिए, अटेंडेंस बोनस का मैं आपको बताऊं.
सर एक हम अब थोड़ा रैपिड करते हैं, फटाफट क्लोज करते हैं. हमारे पास मुश्किल से 15-20 मिनट बचे हैं. तो अटेंडेंस बोनस मंथली पे हो रहा है, उसको वेज मानेंगे कि एक्सक्लूडेड मानेंगे?
देखिए, एज पर द लेटेस्ट FAQ,
हाँ,
एनी परफॉर्मेंस इंसेंटिव इज गिवन टू द एम्प्लॉय मींस वर्कर.
जी हाँ,
और एम्प्लॉय, इट डज नॉट फॉल विद इन द डेफिनेशन ऑफ वेजेस. इट इज एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट. राइट, सीधी सी बात है.
अटेंडेंस बोनस इज
attendance bonus only given when actually he is going to complete certain criteria.
Number of days आप इतना कर लो तो आपको मिलेगा.
If he has not completed,
यहाँ पे भी अटेंडेंस बोनस को प्रॉपर्ली डिफाइन करना जरूरी है. कई जगह नॉर्मली एज अ फिक्स कंपोनेंट होता है और पैसे मिलते हैं.
then it is a wages.
Then it's a wages. लेकिन अगर डिफाइंड है कि किस लिए दिया जा रहा है, then
there must be a policy.
हाँ,
that if somebody has completed 26 days,
right,
he will get the attendance bonus.
Right.
If he has get 25 days, this much amount.
Right.
If he has completed 24,
तो इतना मिलेगा.
And less than 24, nil.
तो यहाँ पर संजीव जी आपके सवाल का आंसर हो गया. तो हम अगले सवाल पे जाते हैं. प्राची मावी का, सर वांटेड टू नो व्हाट ऑल पॉसिबल measures can be taken for vendor compliance as per the new labor code? ये बहुत बड़ा सवाल है.
वेरी क्वेश्चन.
बट सर इसको शॉर्ट में खत्म करते हैं.
देखिए राहुल जी, ओएचएस कोड में
हाँ
कॉन्टेक्ट्स का बहुत अच्छा रिफॉर्म किया है गवर्नमेंट ने.
जी हाँ.
ठीक है ना. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल एक्चुअली नाउ two type of license has been framed by the under the OHS code.
जी हाँ.
One is the common license and another work specific.
जी.
Now contractor has to take a license either common or specific by filing the prescribed form online on the portal and by depositing the fees also.
Okay.
That fees has been prescribed under the rule.
1,000 rupees person.
1,000 rupees actually up to more than 50 up to 100. Like that table has
slab,
been
there is a slab.
And another actually rider 1,000 per person. He has to give the bank guarantee to the government.
Okay.
Suppose if he wants to take a license for 100 people, it means actually he has to deposit 1 lakh rupees.
Okay.
As a bank guarantee, and 1,000 rupees as a license fees. That license fees will remain for 5 years.
Okay.
And after taking a license, he can do the
अपना जो काम operation.
And another actually basically for the establishment. Now there is no need for registration for engaging the contract labor.
जी हाँ.
Because by virtue of the law, 11 type of job has already been notified by the under the OHS code that if that job doesn't fall within the category of core activities of that industry, he can also give on contract.
Right.
It's a very good reform.
अभी
And second, actually, there is another provision. If any job which is not being done by the regular employee and having a casual nature, you can also give a contract. Second, actually, option provision, very good provision. If there is a increase in the production because of certain demand,
new demand आ गया, काम
you got a export order, you got a some domestic demand,
right?
But it should be a temporary demand, not
for,
a regular
for a certain period.
Then for that actually you can also give a contract.
Core activity को भी contract में डाल.
Otherwise, it is a part of the core activity.
But
for that actually you can give a. So lot of reform has been done, but for that I advise to all employer HR professional, until or unless that contractor is having a license, don't engage.
जी हाँ, ये बहुत जरूरी है. अच्छा, हम अगले सवाल पे पहुंचते हैं. देखते हैं इसका आंसर दिया था कि सर वांटेड टू नो व्हाट आर द, ये अभी हमने डिस्कस किया. फिर मिस्टर प्रेम कोहली जी का सवाल है, इफ बेसिक इज 12K HRA प्लस कन्वेंस इज 12K एंड लिंक्ड. ये अभी कुछ देर पहले हमने आंसर दिया हमने. ये रिपीटेड क्वेश्चन है.
आई हैव ऑलरेडी गिवन.
वी ऑलरेडी रिस्पोंडेड. यस. देन कैलकुलेशन ऑफ PF वेज रेट as per my knowledge, basic plus DA plus retention allowance is included. Can we take other allowances also? अच्छा, मैंने बोला एक जैसा कुछ देर पहले हम लोगों ने बोला कि कोई भी अर्निंग कंपोनेंट है या कोई भी अलाउंसेस है, अगर वो प्रॉपर्ली डिफाइंड नहीं है तो उसको डिटरमाइन करना कि वो वेज का पार्ट बनेगा या एक्सक्लूडिंग का पार्ट बनेगा, क्वाइट चैलेंजिंग है. तो अगर आप कोई भी कंपोनेंट के बारे में जानना चाहते हैं तो उसका प्रॉपर डिफिनेशन भी बताइए या पर्पस बताइए कि ये पर्टिकुलर कंपोनेंट क्यों दे रहे हैं और क्या फ्रीक्वेंसीज है इसके देने के, क्या नेचर है, तब आपको एकदम क्लियर और सटीक आंसर जरूर मिलेगा. एक और सवाल यहाँ पर अंजना भट्टिस जी से, विल ESIC एंड PF एप्लीकेबल ऑन स्पेशल. कई बार लोगों ने सवाल पूछा, हमने पहले भी आंसर दिया इसके ऊपर. स्पेशल अलायंस is not making a part into excluding, then it will become the part of wage. तो उस पे भी कटेगा. हाँ, अगर आप पीएफ अप टू 15,000 रुपीज काट रहे हैं तो जरूरी नहीं कि बाकी भी वेज के कंपोनेंट के अमाउंट के ऊपर आप पीएफ काटे,
करेक्ट,
वो आपके ऊपर है. सिमिलरली एप्लीकेबल फॉर ईएसआईसी ऑल्सो. देन देयर इज अनदर क्वेश्चन. अच्छा, हमारे डायरेक्टर साहब लिख रहे हैं जय हो. तो जय हो डायरेक्टर साहब, धन्यवाद. आपने बहुत सुंदर स्टूडियो और व्यवस्था हम लोग के लिए बनाया है. देन देयर इज संजीव साहब जी का सवाल है, वी डिड नॉट गिव अपॉइंटमेंट. ये हमने आंसर दिया है, अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर का जो सवाल था उनका. फिर यहाँ पर एक है सवाल सचिन चौधरी जी का, हाउ टू रेगुलरली कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पर्सनल. हाउ रेगुलरली कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पर्सनल, हाउ टू रेगुलराइज कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पर्सनल. आई थिंक ये सवाल होगा इनका.
pardon?
हाउ टू रेगुलराइज कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पर्सन. वही पीएफ ईएसआईसी देना है.
देखिए सर, ऐसा है, रेगुलाइजेशन करना, इट इज ए power coming under the employer.
हाँ.
Okay. If that person, if you have engaged for core activities, so definitely actually he can raise a dispute.
Correct.
If you have engaged contact labor
जी हाँ.
in the core activities
जी हाँ.
regularly, and if you are not giving a regular benefit or regularization, he can approach to the labor code for regularization. If that person working regularly for other than core activities which has been defined under the OHS code,
Under OHS code,
then he cannot ask for regularization.
Correct. Absolutely.
Very clear.
Very very simple. अगले सवाल पे देखते हैं. But sir, there is no maximum limit in code for ESIC. देखिए मैक्सिमम लिमिट ESIC का है 21,000, ऑलरेडी हमने बोला है.
Yes.
ठीक है.
अभी है, लेकिन एक्चुअली कोड ऑन वेजेस में, वो सॉरी कोड ऑन सोशल सिक्योरिटी में एक सीलिंग की डेफिनेशन है.
हाँ, सीलिंग.
And that clearly says that ceiling will be decided time to time by the
वो चेंज होते रहेगा.
government.
जैसे
अभी right now PF की 15 है,
ESIC
and ESI की 21,000 है, and bonus की भी 21,000 है.
जी हाँ.
Okay sir. और ग्रेचुटी के कोई लिमिट नहीं है.
नो लिमिट.
ठीक है सर.
देन ये कोई सवाल, सर एज ऑल आर टॉकिंग अबाउट वेज स्ट्रक्चरिंग. ये इस आंसर पे, इस सवाल पे हम लोग दोबारा आएंगे. ओके, सेक्शन 124 के ऊपर अलाउ एम्प्लॉयर नॉट टू रिड्यूस वेज. नहीं, इसका आंसर दिया आप, नॉट टू रिड्यूस वेज, वी हैव क्लोज्ड. फिर नाउ मैटरनिटी लीव कैलकुलेटेड ऑन ग्रॉस एंड वेजेस के ऊपर मैटरनिटी लीव का कैलकुलेशन करेंगे. ये ऑलरेडी रिस्पॉन्डेड है.
बट सुप्रीम कोर्ट की थोड़ा सा अलग इसमें जजमेंट है, बट इट इज रिलेटेड टू द प्रायर
बिफोर लेबर कोड.
इट मे कंटिन्यू बिकॉज सुप्रीम कोर्ट वन ऑफ द केस क्लियरली प्रोनाउंस that whatever the salary was getting a female prior going to maternity leave, she will continue to get the same wages.
So अगर ये during the transaction phase of code में ये चीजें हुई है,
तो वो एक्चुअली ग्रॉस ही मिलेगा.
ग्रॉस मिलेगा. बट आफ्टर ट्रांजेक्शन, यानी अभी कोई फीमेल एम्प्लॉय हायर हो रही है,
until or unless actually there is a guideline, I can't say. I am only saying कि जो कोड कहता है, जो सोशल सिक्योरिटी, वो तो वेजेस की बात करता है. वेजेस मींस फर्स्ट पार्ट.
ठीक है. देन एडवोकेट विनोद गुप्ता जी का सवाल, द क्लाइंट इज आस्किंग टू पे मंथली बोनस. अच्छा, ये सवाल भी हमने आंसर किया है कि मंथली बोनस है. फिर नितिन जी का सवाल, वेदर ओवरटाइम अलाउंस एंड ओटी वेजेस पेड अगेंस्ट. राइट. नहीं, इनका सवाल है कि एक ही काम करने के लिए हम ओवरटाइम अलाउंस एंड ओवरटाइम वेज दोनों पे कर सकते हैं क्या? किसी ने एक्सेस काम किया, अब उसको उस एक्सेस काम के लिए ओवरटाइम अलाउंस एंड ओवरटाइम वेज दोनों पे.
सर देखिए, ओवरटाइम अलाउंस इज सेपरेट फ्रॉम द ओवरटाइम वेजेस.
राइट.
Overtime allowance, actually, if you are giving a, for the name's sake, overtime allowance, that will come within the second part of the wages. When you are keeping a person on overtime, you have to maintain separately a register.
Right. That will,
and the name will be entered and how much overtime he has done.
Right.
And you have to keep a watch that whatever the state government has notified,
जी हाँ,
that actually you should not allow to any workman to work
beyond
125 per week,
right,
or 50 hours per week,
right,
ठीक है ना? तो you are liable to pay double overtime of that, ठीक है ना? तो ये तो बहुत क्लियर है,
Clear
इसमें
है।
कोई दिक्कत नहीं।
एक बार हम थोड़ा पूछ ले, बैटरी कितना बचा है हमारा? 10 मिनट यानी हमारे पास है। देखते किसका सवाल का जवाब हमने नहीं दिया है। अनूप कुमार सिंह सर, प्लीज प्रोवाइड अ मीनिंग ऑफ सेक्शन 14 अंडर कोड ऑन वेज मींस, ये हमने बता दिया ओवर टाइम अलाउंस के बारे में और काफी चर्चा हो चुकी है।
कैजुअल का जो 20 या 50 या 50 हो गया है।
हाँ,
CLR
हाँ, कैजुअल का यहाँ पे एक सवाल है, डिफरेंस बिटवीन कॉन्ट्रेक्चुअल एम्प्लॉय एंड फिक्स्ड टर्म एम्प्लॉय। कॉन्ट्रेक्चुअल एम्प्लॉय एंड फिक्स्ड टर्म एम्प्लॉय
अंतर है उसमें।
ओके,
यस,
कॉन्ट्रेक्चुअल एम्प्लॉय में कोई किसी तरह का पीरियड डिफाइंड नहीं है।
देखिए, फिक्स्ड टर्म एम्प्लॉयमेंट इज ए न्यू कैटेगरी ऑफ एम्प्लॉय,
राइट,
व्हिच हैज बीन लेजिस्लेटेड।
हाँ,
देखिए, एक राहुल जी परमानेंट एम्प्लॉय,
हाँ,
दूसरा कैटेगरी हो गया फिक्स्ड टर्म एम्प्लॉय, तीसरा हो गया कैजुअल एम्प्लॉय, पार्ट टाइम एम्प्लॉय, ठीक है ना? तो फिक्स्ड टर्म इज ए कैटेगरी ऑफ एम्प्लॉय। अब नाउ कैजुअल मीन्स एक्चुअली इफ यू आर कीपिंग ए कैजुअल वर्कर, ठीक है ना? तो इट मीन्स एक्चुअली कैजुअल कैन ओनली बी एंगेज थ्रू कॉन्ट्रैक्टर एंड डायरेक्टली एम्प्लॉयर कैन आल्सो कीप
कॉन्ट्रैक्ट,
बट कैजुअल कैन बी कीप ओनली non-core activities, means 11 कैटेगरी ऑफ,
राइट, वो 11 कैटेगरीज,
11 कैटेगरी हैं जो रखी हैं, उन्हीं में आप कैजुअल रख सकते हो।
ओके, फिक्स
कॉन्ट्रैक्टर के थ्रू रखते हो या कैजुअल रख सकते हो।
फिक्स एम्प्लॉय कोर एक्टिविटी में भी हो सकता है।
फिक्स तो आप चाहे कैजुअल में रखो
या प्रोफेशनल एक्टिविटीज जो चाहिए,
बट अगर आपने अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर फिक्स टर्म का रखा है तो एक एडिशनल लायबिलिटी ग्रेच्युटी की बढ़ेगी, बस, नथिंग एल्स। और कैजुअल में जो है वो आपको एक्चुअली यू हैव टू एडहेयर द मिनिमम वेजेस गाइडलाइन।
ठीक है, ओके सर, अभी हम जो हमारे पेड मेंबर्स है उनके सवाल एक बार देख लेते हैं। ओके, क्योंकि हमने टर्म्स एग्रीमेंट उनके साथ साइन किया कि उनके सवालों का आंसर देना है हमें, राइट। और यहाँ पर जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन रोल, संजीव शाह जी का सवाल है, जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन रोल ऑफ ड्यूटी मेंशन इन अ कंपनी अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर, हाउ टू पॉसिबल एवरी वर्क डिटेल्स में। ये तो देखिए एचआर रिलेटेड है कि हर एक काम को
ऐसा एक्चुअली, लेकिन जॉब रिस्पांसिबिलिटी है, जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन, इट इज ए पार्ट ऑफ सर्विस कंडीशन, करेक्ट। You can anytime revise his job description and you can issue a letter to him, get its signature and keep it in personal file.
क्या होता है,
it is a part of the contract.
कई का नए एक्टिविटीज आते हैं, नए मशीन आते हैं, नए रिस्पांसिबिलिटीज भी आ सकती है। तो आप जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन या फिर जॉब रिस्पांसिबिलिटी एम्प्लॉय की कभी भी बदल सकते हैं, बशर्ते वो एडवर्स इन नेचर नहीं हो। अदरवाइज नोटिस ऑफ चेंज का,
चेंज ऑफ सर्विस
कंडीशन का एक compliance process है as per IR
for the workman category,
for the workman category, for
not
a normal
non-workman
it will not get covered. Okay, फिर हमारे अगले प्रीमियम मेंबर सर, as well we are talking for restructuring wage, ये हो गया है बातचीत। आशीष जी का सवाल भी, रूल इतना 2%। मोहित पूर्ति जी का भी सवाल का हो चुका है। यहाँ एक सवाल, मिस्टर आशीष कुमार जी का सवाल है, एनडीटीवी आर्टिकल सेज 1 year gratuity applicable to only people join after 21st November in this right interpretation,
करेक्ट।
ये रूल के आने के बाद ये क्लैरिटी आ गई कि हाँ ये राइट इंटरप्रिटेशन है। 8 मई 2025 को जब
फिक्स्ड टर्म एम्प्लॉयमेंट कब आया?
ये 21 नवंबर के बाद आया,
छुट्टी काम खत्म। Thereafter actually
असल में सर यहाँ पर ना एक कंफ्यूजन आ गया था, सोशल सिक्योरिटी में प्रोराटा वर्ड यूज कर दिया।
हाँ, प्रोराटा है।
इसके चलते मीनिंग क्या होता है कि आदमी आज आया और आज चले गया, तब उसको 1 डे का भी आप ग्रेजुइटी दो, जस्ट लाइक अ डेथ, क्योंकि वहां पर डेथ एम्प्लॉय का भी।
लेकिन एक्चुअली देखो राहुल जी, बात आपकी सही है, बट वो चीज उन्होंने रूल में क्लेरिफाई,
रूल में इसको क्लेरिफाई,
सोशल सिक्योरिटी में कह दिया कि फॉर द फिक्स्ड टर्म एम्प्लॉयमेंट
1 year
person has completed 1 year then he is entitled।
अब ये राइडर फिक्स हो चुकी है। ये जो डाउट एम्बिग्यूटी थी ये 8 में से पहले थी, आफ्टर 8 में ये क्लैरिटी होगी।
Yes,
और
yes.
ऐसे बहुत सारी चीजें जो समय के साथ क्लेरिफाई होगी। कुछ एम्बिग्यूटीज है, कुछ ग्रे एरिया है, कुछ चैलेंजिंग पॉइंट्स है जो समय से समय पे जैसे जैसे
अब
रूल्स
देखिए मैं आपको बताऊं, जब कोड ऑन वेजेस आया था तो सैलरी की लिमिट रखी थी 15,000 और जब IR कोड में आया तो उन्होंने 18,000
कर दिया।
अल्टीमेटली फिर एक्चुअली वो दे ब्रॉट द नोटिफिकेशन
जी हाँ,
फॉर द कोड ऑन वेजेस,
Absolutely.
दे पुट 18,000।
यस,
तो एक्चुअली इतने बड़े एक्ट बने, कहीं ना कहीं डिफरेंसेस आएंगे। सो
आएंगे।
हमारे एक्चुअली एक्ट में एक प्रोविजन भी है, द राइडर हैज बीन फिक्स्ड 3 years, whatever the doubt, they are going to remove it and all removal will be put before the parliament.
कैमरामैन टाइम कितना बचा हमारे पास? 6 मिनट। तो आई थिंक नाउ वी हैव टू वाइंड अप दिस,
राइट
राइट, क्योंकि ऐसे एटलीस्ट प्रीमियम पेड मेंबर के तो कोई सवाल बचे नहीं है। अब कोशिश करेंगे सबको इन राइटिंग भी देने की, गारंटी नहीं दे सकता कि समय काफी कम हो जाएगा, बट हाँ हम फिर आएंगे लाइव, आप लोगों के साथ चर्चा करेंगे, क्वेश्चन आंसर भी मतलब जो सवाल है, जो जवाब है वो हम बतलाएंगे। उम्मीद करते हैं कि आपको हमारा ये जो पहल है, ठीक है, सर जी खुद दिल्ली से मुंबई आए और आज इस लाइव सेशन को सक्सेस बनाया, और आप लोग जब क्या नाम है उस प्लेयर का, प्लेइंग वेरी गुड, 14-15 ईयर का एक लड़का है जो अभी इंडियन क्रिकेट में सेंचुरीज लगा रहा है, सूर्यवंशी जी का आप बैटिंग छोड़ के अब यहाँ पर अटेंड कर रहे हैं, तो सही में थैंक्स फॉर एवरीवन दैट ड्यूरिंग दिस IPL पीरियड आप यहाँ पर हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं। आप सबके सवालों का हमने कोशिश किया आंसर देने का,
और इस नॉलेज से दे विल अर्न द मनी बाय सीइंग IPL।
हाँ,
दे कांट अर्न द मनी।
राइट, ये हमारे करियर के लिए अच्छा, हाँ
करियर के लिए अच्छा है।
राइट। तो अब हम, सिंस आप हमारे साथ जुड़ रहे हैं, हम बताना चाहेंगे जो भी हमने लिंक्स दिया आप जाइए उसको विजिट कीजिए, और हम आगे और भी
ओवरऑल एक्चुअली देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम, they can send the email, we will reply,
we'll respond.
Actually our job is not to earn the money,
right.
My actually devotion sharing the knowledge to others. Yeah, definitely
support to the academic or the community of the compliance.
Yes,
and that is the actual agenda of the ClickNexi. When you are connecting with us, ClickNexi, which speaks about compliance, leadership and intellectuals, कम्युनिटी ऑफ नॉलेज की जो नेटवर्किंग है ClickNexi बनाती है, और इसी के तहत ये कंप्लायंस मॉन्क है जहां पर हम लोग समय समय पे आ रहे हैं और आपको हर एक चीजों को बतलाते हैं। तो आगे भी ये सिलसिला जारी रहेगा, फिर हम जल्दी मिलेंगे। लिए अब आज्ञा दिया जाए कि कल सुबह हमारा अगला इवेंट है कोड ऑन सोशल सिक्योरिटी के ऊपर, तो बाकी आप सबसे वहां मिला जाए जो भी आप वहां पर आ रहे हैं। धन्यवाद, शुभ रात्रि, थैंक्स सर।